Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Allen. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On play action, Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser. Now for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Makes the score Packers 7, Lions nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now Jones. And this one is incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Second and 10. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jones. His throw incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Jones now to throw on third down. He'll get this off to Swift, and he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That's into the hands of Jacob Harris. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
47 yards. And the Lions first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Gets past one man. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
That's good for the Lions. First down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jacob Harris, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. The extra point splits the uprights. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Allen off the play fake. Fine time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
It's a pickup of 3.
Under a minute to go, clock running and a back-and-forth first quarter of play. On play action, Allen. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Play action. Now it's Allen. Steps away to his left. Got a man. That's Lazard. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. These two teams all tied after one.
Score tied 7-7.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Lions' 11-yard line.
Here's Allen to throw it. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. To throw once more. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Now Allen. And it's caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Lions 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. Throwing deep for Galladay. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he's got his target, Harris. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Mike 7.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Finding Miller once more, complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
At the 1-yard line.
They'll run with Swift. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead to more issues.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They do go for it. Here's Allen. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Point after here coming up. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Lions 21, Packers 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. He's going to let it go again. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. But he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Throwing on 1st down. Jones. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards. They just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Now Jones on 1st and 10.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
On 1st and 10, Jones. It's caught. It's Miller. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
Back to throw again.
He'll find Swift out of the backfield.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have the kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Jones. Going deep for Diggs. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
10 at the 39-yard line.
Throwing Jones. He'll get this off to Swift. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on second down. Jones. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Stephon Diggs. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Jones throw here pulled in by Golladay. Here's 2nd and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
From the gun, here's Swift.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The 36-yard line.
Here's Swift. And he stopped immediately there.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Off play action. Jones. To the right and complete to Golladay. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Mike 7. I smell fear in that offense. I smell trap 60.
Off the play fake. Jones. Going right back to Golladay. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Packers' 36-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. Touchdown, Detroit! DeAndre Swift. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. On play action, Allen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here's Allen. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
8-yard pickup. First down, Green Bay.
Throwing now is Allen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Allen now looks to throw. He'll buy some time right. Touchdown, Packers!
Donald Parham.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Packers 35.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Number 6 brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
2nd and 4.
And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Back to throw. Jones. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Allen rolling to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To the air, Allen sliding out of the pocket. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Donald Parham
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
42, Lions 38.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Completes it to Miller. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
Quick pass out to Miller. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Lions first down. 1st and 10.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Jones. Flushed out right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Jones. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's another deep.
Here's Jones. Rolling to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
At the 11-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Jones on the move to his left. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Back to throw. Steps away. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers have just about sewn up this football game. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Back to throw. Allen.
At the 20-yard line.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking.